Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and I know you are too because you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Manifesting Magic the Practical Way because there are some very practical aspects to manifesting the life that we choose, right? We don't like the practical aspects, but they're there. They're there. Just like manifesting good health, the practicality of it is taking care of this body, this physical body we're in, drinking water, eating the fruit and vegetables. I like to tell you that you can just snap your fingers and have good health, but it doesn't really work like that because we got mind, we got body, and then we got spirit. All three of those things need to be in accordance with each other at any given time so that we can manifest the life that we choose, right? What I'm talking about today is the fact that people make time for the things that are important to them. I've heard this so many times, but I've always heard it on like dating sites and stuff like that. And I didn't realize the importance of it when it comes to manifesting and how you are connecting and co-creating with other people, right? Have you ever been around people that have a million hours in a day to play on their social media, a million hours in a day to look at YouTube videos, a million hours in a day to look at Netflix, a million hours in a day to go eating 3 times a day and all this kind of stuff. But then they have a simple task they're supposed to take care of and they just can't find time to do it. And you're just like, anything else is done in 5 minutes. But that right there, that don't tell me time is the matter, right? This is the same thing people would always tell women dating, maybe men too, I'm not sure, but I was always looking from the female perspective because, well, I'm a female. And they would always be like, don't text the guy back if he doesn't text you back in the day. I mean, not back in the day. This was more recently, but it was, about 10 years ago. I've been hearing this for a while. Don't text the guy, if he says that he didn't have time to take you out this weekend or he didn't have time to call, he's lying because people make time for the things that they want to make time for. Now, I know this to be true because I am the same way myself. Now, there are some things where I have really real constraints on them. Trying to make time for it, but I have several pieces I'm trying to hold together. When you're a mom, you're holding up the kids too, like what they got going on, getting them to school, making sure everything they have is taken care of, the lunches, the dinners, all this kind of stuff, right? You don't mean to fall into that space, but a lot of us do anyway, right? There's men that do these things too, but a lot of women fall into that role. And so there are some things that I come across and I'm like, God, I just didn't have enough time to do it, but I missed something that I actually didn't want to miss, right? And so then there are other things in life where you just don't feel like doing them or you just don't want to do them and somebody's asking you to do them and there's no part of you that wants to comply, right? One of those things is like training at work. I was thinking about that. So I was teaching a class somewhere and they were like, oh, you need to go make up this training that we have. And I'm like, okay, the class is over. What incentive do I have to do this training? None. But I'm going to go do it because, I'm that kind of person. Nonetheless, but it's been like 2 weeks now. And so this was what reminded me of that whole scenario. I'm like, oh yeah, you make time for the things that you want to make time for. So when she asked me about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been so crazy. It's been so busy. Everybody, it's been so busy. I've just been crazy. I don't have any time. People love that kind of stuff. I don't have any days off. Oh my God, I've just been swamped. Swamped. They love to say swamped at work. So nonetheless, they do all this stuff. But to be honest with you, I can say all of that and some of it may be true, but I might have spent several times at my desk or several times at home watching something, writing something I wanted to do, looking at something that I needed to buy, fixing something or cleaning something or moving something that I wanted to be positioned. And I'm like, yeah, later for that. I'll take care of it later. So just be mindful of this when you're dealing with people, places, and things. When people are convinced to tell you that they don't have time for something, they don't have time for this, they don't have time for that, it's usually a big fat fib. And it's because you've seen them make time for so many things during the day that they can go do at any given time that they take off work for, they make specific time for, they, create a schedule for and all those sort of things. But when it comes to something that they really just don't want to do, they may not say, I just don't want to do that. I just don't think that's a good idea. I just don't want to do that. What they may say is, I don't have time. So just keep in mind that sometimes when people say, I don't have time, that's like code word for, I don't really want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. I think this is especially true of like mates and stuff like that. I think that's so common, right? You're trying to get, women complain about this all the time, getting men to do things around the house and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, oh, we don't have time. We don't have time. And then 2 months will pass and still the little door sitting off the hinges. You're just It's like, dude, I can go do this myself. I mean, are you going to do it or not? Because I can go do this. I got some tools, but just know that it's not ever the time. And even when you say that, just be mindful of the times where you tell yourself, it's the time that I can't do this. And I don't want to go, to the movies with so-and-so because I don't have time. I don't want to go to brunch because I don't have time. I don't want to go to their party. I don't have time. I don't want to go to the graduation. I don't have time. And usually those things are not true. Just say you don't want to do it. It's okay. It's okay. The world is going to have to take you as you are. If you don't want to do something, you don't want to do something. But just know that people make time for the things that they want to do. People make time for the things that are important to them. So if you're not important to them, if the task is not important to them, if the event is not important to them, a lot of people will fall back on, I just don't have enough time. And it's just probably not true. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And it's a beautiful butterfly outside. Very nice. Until next time, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Bye.